right, to Lions fans that say Lions don't need a wide receiver, let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. They don't have a number one to begin with. We know teams that make that deep run, they at least got a number one. San Francisco, Deebo Samuels. He ain't the, prototypical number one, but it's pretty good. You look at Philadelphia, A.J. Brown. The two teams right there really looking at AFC. Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, his true number one. Jamar Chase, Cincinnati, Stephon Diggs, Buffalo, Tyreek, Miami. So, they need a number one receiver. They don't have a lot of depth there to begin with. They don't have a true number one. You could say, well, they spread it around. You got Laporta. It'll be a little bit different if they was able to get Jahmyr Gibbs involved more in the passing game like we thought he would be involved in the passing game. That might make a bigger difference where you don't really need a number one. People say, well, they can't hone in on the guy if you spread it around. And that's a fair assessment, but you need somebody that's going to go out there and take over the game on the outside. People say, well, J-Mo eventually get it, he'll get it, but can you, afford to wait for Jameson Williams to get it, for it to click? That's the problem. Can you afford to wait? That's why you need a receiver. If Jameson came in and did his job, there wouldn't be no need for a number one receiver. You know what I'm saying? Then you got J-Mo, Reynolds on the outside, St. Brown, Laporta working the inside. That would work. But you don't have that guy on the outside where in the game on the line, I'm just going to chuck it to him. You know what I'm saying? He's going to go up there, get it, make a play. So that's pretty much why you need number one receiver. People saying, well, you winning right now and it's working right now. You got to understand as you get into November, December, January, them type of number one receivers garner attention. You know what I'm saying? I know how they running the ball or whatever, but they need that guy. If it's Adams, if it's Evans, if it's Cortland Sutton, if it's bringing DJ Shark back, they need somebody outside of Josh Reynolds who will threaten. And Josh Reynolds ain't had a history of staying healthy neither. That's another blow. You know what I'm saying? So you got two of your three receivers have a history of being injured. And Jameson Williams and Josh Reynolds. So, like I said before, you need that depth. You need that depth and you need that guy in the locker room. You keep going further. The rest of your Antoine Green don't have experience. Marvin Jones, old as Methuselah. So, really, it really boiled down to is you able to depend on St. Brown if he able to stay healthy and Khalif Raymond. And Khalif Raymond is a trinket player. That's what he is. He's not a real true receiver. He's a guy's returner. They can do some reverses, do some trick plays, run by somebody on the trick play. That's pretty much what he is. He's a utility player. What they would call him coming out of college, coming out of high school, going to college, they would call him an athlete. Chris Gamble, Troy Brown without playing the defense. But when the going get tough, they need the guy that's going to go up there and get them 50-50 balls on side the hash. It don't have to be a superstar. Matter of fact, it don't have to be a bigger body receiver. Somebody on the outside that they can respect. They can say, well, Jared Goff got the most completion to 20-plus yards. A lot of those completions that's on 20-plus yards, the majority of them is coming off play action. Half of the majority is coming off trick plays. So they finding creative ways to make up for not having somebody outside of Josh Reynolds able to run down the field and grab the ball. Now imagine if you had somebody on the outside that can stretch the field on the outside, you wouldn't need those trick plays, or those trick plays would be that much more potent. But, everybody always living in the here and now. That's the problem. Everybody look at the problem. Oh, they went in, they don't need nothing else. That's the difference between, like, the Patriots having a dynasty and other teams not, like Green Bay, not winning again. The Patriots are always processing in their prime, new information on how to get better. Other teams think, be just how to save money or how to win at the cheapest cost, or we won, we don't have to improve. And it don't work that way. The Lions still got to find a way to close the gap on San Francisco and Philly. And closing the gap, we're going to get a number one out there, going to get a defensive tackle that can cause havoc. We're going to get a cornerback like Patrick Surtain. That's closing the gap. Those things close the gap significantly. Now, which one closed the gap the best is the interior defensive tackle. You're able to get your hands on a Chris Jones, something like that, somebody that can push that pocket and claps on the inside, it'll be a wrap. Cornerback, I think, is the next priority. With Emmanuel Mosley going down, if you get an opportunity to get a true number one cornerback, you move Sutton to number two, have Jerry back them up with Brian Branch and a nickel. It don't get no better than that. Your number one go to your number two. So you basically got two number one corners out there. Then you're talking about receiver because it's work, but teams are going to make an adjustment to what the Lions are doing. You know what I'm saying? After a while, either they're going to stack the box or you're going to get one-on-one. You imagine you put up Mike Evans or Devontae or Cortland Sutton or a DJ Shark back out there or what's the kid's name from Arizona? Hollywood Brown out there on the outside, and they see one-on-one coverage all game. Because they're going to try to bracket St. Brown, and they going to have to worry about Laporta working the inside. So, why Josh Reynolds been so effective? Because he's been seeing so many one-on-ones. They're picking their poison. So, the way to get around not getting the receiver is getting Jahmyr Gibbs involved in the passing game. But still, you want that guy on the outside, especially the way you're running the football, that they if they have to double Mike Evans or they have to double Cortland or they have to double Devontae, imagine what the cover St. Brown gonna do. What he gonna do versus cover? What Laporta can do. It's unstoppable. What Reynolds gonna do one-on-one. So once you think about it, you always have to improve, and that's the final piece of this. It's a couple pieces left to this offense. Now, could that piece be solved? Absolutely, it can be solved. It can be fixed on its own by Jameson Williams coming up and doing his fucking job. And the other piece of it, Jahmyr Gibbs finally getting it and being an integral part of the offense. If those two things happen, then no, they don't need to make a trade for a number one. But the chances of them things happening for two young guys is slim to none, so you have to back it up. And even if you get Mike Evans on a temporary basis just for this year, you take it. Devontae be here for at least another season before it's a potential out in his contract. He gonna want a new contract. Cortland Sutton, I think he in the second year of his new deal, so you got him a while. Hollywood Brown, not sure. DJ Shark probably make the most sense. Him and Cortland Sutton probably make the most sense. They're not gonna break the bank as far as draft picks and stuff. Shark been here already. He got a rapport with Jared Goff. He a big body receiver, can run. If he healthy, you already know he gonna hit the ground running. So, for me, Cortland Sutton or DJ Shark, those would be the two I'm looking at. I wouldn't mind Hollywood Brown either, but hey, you got to come catch the fucking football. But that's just my rebuttal. But hey, check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.